my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is Nova Gnome Creations, and I'm Nova, and I'm so happy you decided to join me today. I hope you are doing awesome, and I hope you and your loved ones are taking care of the best that you can. Today I am trying out this little crochet hoop kit that I had gotten from Hirschner's. I've had it sitting for a while, and I was like, you know what, I feel like doing the crochet portion of this. So this is my first time ever doing one of these little kits. Basically it has a little kit that comes with a hoop, it comes with the yarn, it comes with the hook, it comes with the floss or thread or whatever you want to call the embroidery floss stuff. And it also comes with a plastic darning needle. And like a regular pointed needle. I was trying to think of what's all there. Well, I mean, I can see what's all there, but you know. So I love this. I love the tiny hoop. I think it's so cute. And like, I'll be honest, I'm not even 100% sure if I'm going to embroider like these exact flowers that are on here. I am not really super familiar at all with embroidery. I love embroidery. I love the way it looks. I don't have a lot of experience doing it. I don't like know any techniques or anything. So what I'll probably end up doing is watching YouTube videos to do the embroidery part of it. Because there are written instructions on here. Oh, there's my cat. My cat jumps up here quite a few times in the process of doing this. He really wanted to steal my yarn. When he sees me doing things with yarn and the yarn is moving around. Yeah, that's Ozzy, by the way. He is my kitten. He's like 6 months old now, so he's at that, like, you know, more teenager-y phase of being a kitten. I would say he's probably like 6 months old. You know, he might be pushing 7 months old. But anyway, yeah, so it has like written instructions on how to do the embroidery. It has written instructions on one side on how to do the crochet, which is literally just like your basic crocheting a circle, you know, adding an increase every round basically. And I'm even using the crochet hook they included, which I don't usually use these little plastic crochet hooks when I get crochet kits. But it was a pretty nice little plastic crochet hook. So I was like, you know what? I'll literally just use exactly what they provided. They didn't give me a stitch marker, so I did end up grabbing my own stitch marker just because when I'm working in the round, I really like having a stitch marker. It's just, like, makes it so much easier. I don't have to, like, really keep count. Anyway, though. One side is the crochet instructions, and then the other side is the embroidery instructions. They even have pictures and everything. It's honestly pretty good instructions. I mean, I didn't need instructions to make a circle for crochet, but I would think that these would be pretty good instructions if you did need instructions for that. And there are diagrams, like little drawings of how to do the embroidery, but I'm like a very visual learner, and so the pictures, while they might be helpful, a video is way more helpful for me, which is why I got into making YouTube videos, like why I try to make tutorials and things like that, because personally, I learn best from like seeing it done, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know if I'll do the embroidery like exactly how they have it, because there's a good chance I would prefer to just look up a YouTube video on how to do it. But I got this little Hirschner's kit back when they were running a sale, well, I don't know if I don't know if this brand is like owned by Hirschner's or not, but it was being sold from Hirschner's, which is a yarn selling company. If you're not familiar with them, you should check them out. They have a lot of really pretty yarns, and really good prices. I really, really, like, they might be my new favorite go-to now that Joann's is closing. I think they are my new favorite go-to, like, for sure. But anyway, I got this kit for like $1 or $2. It was really cheap. They were running, they had like certain things that were in this like $1 and $2 section that they had going on, and I got this one and I got another one that's a little bit bigger. I want to say that this one was $1, which is just insane. Like, I think this is a fantastic steal for $1. Like I said, even the little plastic crochet hook is pretty nice. Like it's a nice little plastic crochet hook. It's not hollow. Um, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty good. The yarn is nice. It's soft. Yeah. So I think it's a good little deal. And I like that, everything you need is there. It all matches. Even if I don't do the flowers the way that they have them done, if I look up some YouTube tutorials, I have all of these like aesthetic colors that match together. You know what I mean? Like they provided me with a really good color palette to work with. And it came with the little hoop. And I think that the little hoop makes the kit worth it in general. And I want to say when these kits aren't on sale that they're like $5. So I really don't think they're overpriced, but especially for me, I am a huge deal shopper. Like I'm going to be shopping that clearance. I'm going to be shopping those like, really good sales like this where they had like the $1 and $2 section where they were just having some like random little things I guess they wanted to clear out or something. That's when I like to get stuff. So if you can catch them on a deal, for sure they're worth it because you'd pay that for the little hoop, you'd pay at least $1 or $2 for that little hoop. And it's a cute little hoop. I like it. So basically I'm just following the instructions. You start out with a magic circle and you work your way up. It's just basic increasing where like, you increase all the way around for the first round. And then after that, you add an increase every round. So like single crochet, increase, repeat for one round, and then single crochet, increase. Or you add a single crochet. You get what I'm saying? The basic way of increasing where like you add another single crochet and then do an increase. So you'll end up being like, okay, 3 single crochets increase, 4 single crochets increase, 5 single crochets increase, all the way around, for each one. That's literally all it is. And I did end up having to add an extra round, even though I'm using their hook and their yarn. I guess my tension is just not the same as the tension that they intended you to have when you're doing this. So I finished the amount of rounds, and I honestly suspected that this would be the case when I was working on it. I was like, I feel like I'm going to have to add an extra round. And I did end up having to add an extra round, which is no big deal. You just do another, 5 or 6 single crochets and an increase, which I think was what I had to add on, was doing another round with 6 single crochets and an increase to make it fit into the frame. So I'm just going to super speed through this part, but this is just me adding that extra round to it. And then the instructions actually said to go every other stitch to attach it to the hoop, which you can see on the little hoop kit packaging that's underneath of the project I'm working on. That's what they did. You can like see that it doesn't have as many attaching like threads because you actually just sew it on. But I went ahead and just did every stitch around. I thought it would give it a better, I don't know, more uniform stretch, and I just thought it would look better. And then I went to weave in my tails, wove in my my magic circle tail first using the needle they provided. So I literally used all the stuff that they provided, other than I brought in my own stitch marker. And I just was kind of cinching up the magic circle a little bit too. It still has a little hole, but not a big deal. And then opening up the hoop and attaching on. So I just was checking what they said to do. And then I proceeded to, do my own thing a little bit. Like I said, I went ahead and just sewed it through every stitch all the way around. But I think that it came out really, really cute. I'm happy with it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any favorite channels or specific videos that you've used for embroidery, like embroidery flowers, or honestly, it doesn't even have to be flowers. It could be anything. I could put anything I want on there, really. But probably flowers. But anyways, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye, guys.